Atlanta Sky Lighthouse. So it's still broad daylight. Me and Sky, though, where's Sky? There she is. We decided to lay down today. I already read all my books that I had to read, and we're just trying to digest from the day. I tried to go get my driver's license again today, and now they tell me I've got to send off for some other paperwork that I have to go figure out the dates on, and I'm just like, is this never going to end? I'm like, I can't even pay my bills right now. I'm lucky I have a wonderful landlord. So, you know, sometimes when you're trying to do something and nothing seems to go right, if you're lucky enough to have people around you, like a landlord that understands, you are truly blessed. If the roof over your head is paid for, you are truly blessed. If the vehicle you're driving is paid for, you are truly blessed. If you have a crazy little cat that loves you, you are truly blessed. So I'm trying to practice gratitude and be thankful that I have these things. And so I've been listening to some videos, some recent ones by Bailey Sarian. And she, of course, you know, she does the murder series, Murder, Mystery, and Makeup. So I went and I looked a couple of hers up, and because she apparently had been gone for a while, and she took a break, but she's got like over 2 million subscribers. You know, go Bailey, and she's beautiful to boot. But so I was just trying to practice being grateful today, and I thought, you know, I don't care that I'm laying here in bed. I'm going to talk to my subscribers. I'm going to talk to my peeps, because we're all on our own spiritual journey, you know, and we're all experiencing different things at different times, but we're all going, just like the tarot, we're all going through the same basic things everybody goes through. If you're lucky, you never have to go through being homeless. I've been homeless before. So, you know, I feel for all those people that are going through that. I haven't, since I moved here and since I left my job at the hospital, I mean, guys, I went 4 months with no income. So I am still trying to catch up just on my rent and just being able to survive, because I won't even tell you how much I owe my landlord right now. I'm so lucky he has not kicked me out. He's a really good guy, for as many people shit on him over here. But what I wanted to talk about was more about spiritual journey, because, you know, I did a video about that little dream that I had recently, where a girl from my childhood came to visit me, and I thought in the dream it was maybe her higher self. Now I'm thinking it was her ghost, because remember I did a video a while back, guys. I was talking about somebody came to me. It was a girl that had a little boy that had Down syndrome. He had like some type of super healing gift that came to me, and it was like something I saw right before I went to sleep. I just saw this little story play out in my head. And I'm like, who are these people? Where do they come from? Someone told me it might be other aspects of myself. But considering, no, that was the one about the pictures. But the one about the lady with the little boy, I really think that one's true. I think those people are out there somewhere. Whether I ever meet them or not is beside the point. But she too had something on her face right here. And actually, it looked like part of her face was gone, so maybe she was dead. I don't know. I've had ex-husbands and ex-boyfriends come back to visit me, and so, you know, who knows? I have some mediumship abilities, but I haven't really had no strangers come to see me, except that time when I first moved here, when I had the angels talking to me. And guys, I still see the picture in my head of the angel standing there talking to that guy named John. I still have the memory of the one that was, and I think the party that my friend in Calpine I used to have, that she had me go to, she had me go over there to something over there by the post office, and the lady that was singing, I think it was her, but I don't know that for a fact. Mind you, that was, oh my God, 1.5 years ago. So, you know, life's been a struggle, but at any rate, I'm still on my spiritual journey, and I've noticed the past 2 days, and the reason why I started doing this video is because I just had it happen again, where I've started hearing the angels talk, but they're not talking to me. They're like, I'll hear that high pitch, just that high pitch, and I know it's a conversation, but I don't know what it is. So they are talking to other angels or other people, and I'm just like, stopping and listening. And I hear them. And I'm like, okay. But they're not talking to me. I always know when they're not talking to me. Though there's been once or twice when I know they were talking to me, but the message just didn't come through. I guess they were just encouraging me. So I still sometimes have that happen too. I don't know. Everybody's on their own spiritual journey, and we should all be grateful that hopefully that as we get older, as we go through life, we grow and we become more spiritual. We become better people. I don't want to be like some of the people I've come in contact with in the past. Since January, I've come in contact with some people that, as they've gotten older, they're bitter, they're angry, they want someone to take care of them. Which, when you get to that point, I guess maybe, that's kind of normal. But I don't know. I'm still pretty active. Matter of fact, if we didn't have rain today, I would have walked my 2 miles. I've started walking again, trying to get healthy again. I'm still trying to quit smoking. Of course, today with them going all the way to Quincy and them going, oh yeah, now you need this and this. And I'm like, God damn it, I forgot about that. So I've got to send off for more paperwork. I've got to make some phone calls tomorrow. But I just wanted to let y'all, touch base with y'all, do a little video, and just let y'all know that y'all are loved and y'all are appreciated. I appreciate every single one of you. And our little channel is growing. And I would really love it if some of y'all that come across my videos, even if only 5 people see this, if somebody would let me know something spiritual they've had happen that I could talk about. Because I know I've had a couple of people reach out to me, like Ella. Hi, Ella. And Focused Intent. Focused Intent, we really need to have a private conversation so I can find out what your name is. So I don't just call you Focused Intent. She's a channel that I really love. Her and her kids make videos about all the different places in Oregon, and I cannot wait to go there one day. And Ella, I still carry the hermit card in my little wallet. Oh God, and San Tarot and Eve at Everlong Mystic. We have all been in contact with each other, and they are just awesome. Actually, me and San have had quite a few conversations by email, and she is just the most gifted, talented seer I have ever had the pleasure to know. And she is, I swear, I think she's got 1.5 feet in the 5th dimension. She's physically in this 3rd dimension, but I really think she's got a lot in the other. And, I gave her a little gifting not too long ago. I did a little private reading for her. And I know a lot of people aren't going to see this, so I guess it really doesn't matter that I say that. But I did a little rune reading, and I sent it to her, and she was like, oh, wow, we were just talking about that. Because the reading I sent her had to do with a past life for her and some ancestors. And she apparently had been talking with a friend a couple of days before I sent her the reading. And she's like, oh, my God, me and a friend of mine were just talking about that. So my psychic abilities, my intuition, and my rune reading skills are getting better. I still sometimes don't always know what they're saying, but every time I put one up, even if I'm not sure who it's supposed to reach, somebody will reach out and go, oh my God. I think even Ella one time said something, some work situation. I did a reading and she said some work situation she had. I think it was Ella. She said, yeah, we just had a situation like that at my job. And I'm like, I just read them as they come up. So I'm just like any other tarot reader or rune reader out there. Well, I don't know. Wrestling Around talks a lot about our biome. It talks about our how we're physically connected to the planet and all the things that happen, and how everything happens starting with your gut, which I guess that's true. Because when you first start out, your belly button, you start out from your belly button, and that's your gut. So that's the center, the core of your being. So that makes sense to me. If it doesn't make spiritual sense to me, or some kind of logical sense to me, then I have a hard time computing it. Like algebra, I can't make sense of algebra. So therefore, it just doesn't compute with me. But I just started hearing the angels again, and they weren't talking to me, and I wish they would come in more clear sometimes. Sometimes they come in through signs, symbols, songs. I've had them come through, and I would think my ear would go off, and I'd go, and then a song would pop in my head a little while later, and I'd be like, oh, that's what they were telling me. Or I'd start to just talk. And I've realized sometimes, folks, there's always there's a reason for everything. And I have discovered that sometimes when I'm by myself, if I start having a conversation with myself, I'm not having a conversation with myself. I'm fucking channeling. And it's always like, what? Where'd that come from? Like that lady I was talking about, that one of those, hey, she's biting my arm. Why are you biting my arm? She hates the phone. That party that I went to that time in Calpine, I touched a guy. I shook his hand. I met him. And I channeled after I got home. That was the first time I ever noticed that I channeled, because I kept getting pictures of, I thought it was him. But then come to realize later that his ex-wife used to physically and verbally abuse him. And he was either still married to her and she had passed away, or either she was just even older than him and they weren't very close, but he was still married to her and he was just living in misery. Or she had died and he was just, the memories of the life he had with her was more strong than anything else that he had. And that's what I picked up on. Because when I got home, I was like getting all these pictures of him and this woman. And I didn't realize it till later that when I was like, wait a minute, what am I saying to because I walked in my door just rah, 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 rah to myself. And I'm like, I stopped and I went, what the hell? And I realized, because I thought I was just talking to myself and thinking about something. And then I realized I was channeling. I was getting pictures and images. And that's when I realized sometimes when I still touch people, I still get bits and pieces of their life. And I don't always know what it's to do, or sometimes I'll just get pictures of other people or hear something come out of my mouth that I'm not even thinking. I'll be thinking about something else and I'll say something and go, what did I just say? And guys, it's because I'm channeling. I might just get me a little recorder and start recording some of that stuff, because it's really bad in the mornings when I'm having my morning coffee before I'm even awake. I've been waking up a lot and just hearing myself channel, or maybe talking to someone. I don't know. I'm having a lot of conversations. And I just recently went for a full scan, everything. My new doctor did blood work. She did, not like a psych eval, but she asked me a lot of, I had to answer like a fucking 100-question page thing. And we went over some stuff. She doesn't see any signs of schizophrenia or, I did complain a little bit about not sleeping real good, and she was talking about how my age has a lot to do with that, and we just went over in depth about some stuff. And I'm not crazy. She put me back on antidepressants because I have high anxiety. I actually had an anxiety attack today. That was the first time I've had that in a long time. And but that's because I tried to find some paperwork here at the house, and I was actually having breathing problems real bad. I had to stop and do a breathing treatment. Y'all know I have asthma real bad. And that's the reason why I'm trying to quit smoking. And I actually had an anxiety attack where I was just trying to breathe, and I hadn't had an anxiety attack like that, in years. I was just like, oh my God, all the hoops they're making me jump through to try to get my driver's license switched over. I still have 2 years on it, but yeah. And then I called the school and they're like, oh, you still have a job. You can still go do the sub, you can go do this. And they just gave me a list of stuff and people to call. And so I've got work. I quit the other little job. The other lady was just getting to be too much. She was just trying to get me to do more and more work in like 4 hours a week. And I'm like, lady, you want me to literally take a broom to your walls? It was just a mess, guys. Anyway, I just decided I'm not going back. At any rate, I want more joy and happiness in my life. And I did a video earlier and I said, write your wishes down on a piece of paper. Look at my wishes, guys. There's like a whole page of them. Okay? So I practice what I preach. Yeah. Yeah. I want to be more spiritually enlightened. I want to have more psychic dreams. I want to actually start seeing the angels again. I said I wanted to hear the angels again too, and that one's already starting to come true because they've been, they're not talking to me, but I'm hearing them more. And sometimes I actually have to ask for that again to be able to focus in on it, because my ADHD, and they told me they did that to me on a reason. I was born that way on a purpose. They told me that recently. So, But anyway, so a lot of my messages, there's a reason why I talk so much, because a lot of times I'm channeling. Oh, I just need to work on having it come through when I want it to come through. But anyway, I just wanted to check in with you guys, tell y'all what was going on with me and Sky. Look, lazy cat. Sky, say hello. All right, guys. I love all of y'all. I hope all of y'all have a good evening. It's still daylight here in Northern California. Matter of fact, it will be daylight up until about 8:45 tonight. So, I even got stuff over my window so I can sleep at night. All right. So, this was just one of my rambles. And I love you guys. And I'll get another rune reading up for y'all really soon. The next 2 days, I'm going to be busy trying to order some certain forms and things I need for my driver's license. Oh my God, it's just, if you move to California, folks, I can see why people are moving out of California, actually. And I was stupid, I came here. But I thought I came here for a reason. All right, guys, I think I have, but I don't know. We'll see. More things should be coming. Love to everybody. Remember to meditate. Remember to spiritually cleanse your area. Do an angel candle. I've showed y'all how to do an angel candle. Rather it's pink, white, red, whatever color you want to use. I wouldn't use black. But if that's all you got, it's all you got. Write down on there to hear your angel messages or your spirit guides. Or say you want to hear from your passed on Aunt Betty Jo. Aunt Betty Jo, talk to me more often. Make sure you work on your healing. Listen to your subliminals if you have to. I say talk to the angels, but some people say it's prayer. Everybody has a different name for it. I don't care what religion you follow. Just try to stay in touch with your spiritual guides and your ancestors or whoever higher purpose that talks to you. If you talk to Jesus every day, talk to Jesus every day. Your ancestors. Me, I talk to Will a lot. I tell him a lot of everything. All right, guys. I love you. Until next time, Lana Scott, Lighthouse.